It's time for the final comments from trolls for 2018.
Yeah. God damn, no.
No, we got to keep doing this because
this is like everyone's favorite.
No, it's funny that like this isn't like our most famous thing that we do on the YouTube channel.
No, like everybody. This is
like one of the lower ranked ones up there, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of them from one guy by the name of The End Is Near. They wrote on this, and this was on the Liz Crokin video that was talking about how Bush was executed because 94-year-old person just dying.
Right. It's suspicious.
Somehow. Someone said she's actually a reputable reporter.
No, she's
talking about this. She wrote for like the Inquirer. That's not a reputable reporter. No, there are tribunals going now. Probably meant going on. They're going on now, I would think. McStain, which is like it's the right wing thing of calling somebody McCain, was dropped by them. McCain was killed by the government tribunals.
No,
according to Liz Crokin and her fans.
His brain cancer.
No.
If you research Q,
well-documented brain cancer.
Yeah, you'll find they have lots of intel.
No.
Read McStain death 30 days to the minute announced by Q.
No, they didn't.
And somebody's like, here's proof. And it's a link to a YouTube video. And I'm like, no. No.
Okay,
I do YouTubes.
Now, there's some good. There's like H Bomber did a really good one on Soy Boys. That was really good.
Yeah, but at the same time, we all realize that's still entertainment. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've cited him as the reason soy doesn't feminize people, but not like official citation. But he's still good.
Right. Well, he
backs it up with actual physical sciences and stuff out there. But anyway, the same person, The End Is Near, came on the same video and he says, "Trash mouth." I guess he's talking about me because I think I did this one solo. I think is when I did this one, and I'm like, I say fuck a lot.
Did you use the grown-up word?
I used the grown-up words, and I hurt this guy's fifis. So
hurt his fifis.
And it says, "Here's undeniable
not the grown-up word.
Here's undeniable proof our president and Q is a genius movement. 100% proof Q is real, accurate, and you're wrong as usual."
Did he do the apostrophe RE?
Yeah, he did it right. So thankfully.
Oh, I'm impressed. Good
and then it's a link.
Ooh.
It's a link to the same video.
That's not how that works.
And like, there's this thing called
watch the video. Tell me you watched the video.
It's 30 fucking minutes long. I'm like, I can't watch. No, because it's about the Q clock.
Oh,
God, there's I need to see this.
There's a clock that they use that QAnon is working on a level beyond our recognition, and it's like it's like a clock that wraps around like Mayan calendar kind of bullshit clock thing that goes on.
It's straight up supernatural now.
Yeah.
They're getting there. Yeah,
they're getting there.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Because none of it's happening, and so they're looking for more reasons why it's not happening. Is like, oh, it's not time yet. The thing that he said 3 years ago came true 3 years later, even though he said it was going to happen this week. And it's like they meant this week, 4 years from now, and like it's like, fuck you guys. No, that's not how time works at all.
No, that's amazing.
Okay, so a Matt Powell video that we did. This guy's by the name of Ray Lucio says, "Why don't you grow up and stop using foul language on a public post?" Hey, Ray, fuck you.
They're grown-up words, and we're going to use our grown-up words when we want to, because grown-ups.
Or I usually respond to these comments where they're asking us to use not use adult language, and like it just reminds me of the Big Lebowski when he's like, "Do you have to use so many cuss words, dude?" And he's like, "The fuck you talking about?"
Yes, we do.
Yes, we fucking do.
He says, "Grow up and give up the comic book characters," because I wear comfy clothes when I do the show, and it's usually t-shirts, and so give up comic book characters. I'm not giving up comic book characters. Fuck you, man.
Pop culture now, dude. They're not kid stuff anymore. Yeah. Have you seen Deadpool?
Oh, he says
hasn't been kid stuff for quite a while now.
He says Superman, obviously the shirt I was wearing at the time, Still wearing cartoon underwear? Only patrons get to know that kind of stuff there, Ray. Let me tell you what, the minute that they come out with a Deadpool banana hammock, I'm fucking buying that thing,
man. That is going to be a thing that Roger gets.
Because, I mean, why the... I still don't understand why guys wear boxer briefs, because it's like, it's pants underneath your pants. It's like, it's almost to your knees for some guys. It's like...
You don't wear boxer briefs?
Fuck no. No, I wear, like, bikinis.
You what?
Yeah. Goddamn straight. Love it.
That's the reason you're so that's the only reason you don't have 12 kids, honestly.
I'd wear thongs if they were more easily obtained.
What are you talking about? They're very
Amazon.
Well, I know. I don't want to show up in the house and be like, what the fuck is this? What are you buying here, husband? Be like, I'll show you later. All right, so that's Ray Lucio's. And I did a video about Jesse Lee Peterson because he was talking about masturbation being.
Yeah, saw that one.
God.
You hate your mother and you're estranging yourself from your dad if you masturbate. And this guy was like, what? Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? He's like, so you've been single for a long time, right, Jesse? And I'm like, oh, that's a solid burn. And Jesse's like, yeah, 29 years.
That's not surprising.
That he's not had a tuggy. So I put on the.
He's tugged it.
I put on the thumbnail. I said 29 years single, not one tuggy is what I put on the thumbnail for the video, and I'm like, that's great. And he says,
okay.
E.M. Tun says, dude, you a fucking. Yeah, I love that language. Great. Yeah, wonderful.
Good job. Yeah.
Jesse, correct on this subject. Unlike you, I don't speak in caveman words. I don't be like, Jesse, right, you bad, you know.
Yeah, you're the guy I'm going to take my masturbation advice from. Thanks, though.
Oh, and here's, he says, yes, you're, Y-O-U-R, beta male.
Sorry, what?
You're a beta male, is what he's trying to say about me.
Right.
Because I talked about it on the video candidly. I'm like, yeah, tug it. Why not? It's great.
Why not?
Feels good. Does great things for your prostate. Well, yeah. Schlick. Yeah, there you go. That's good too. And he says, also of note, it looks like you take it in the ass. Why not?
No.
God, your words hurt me. Oh man, you might think I'm slightly homosexual. Oh no. Oh, my fragile masculinity is cracking all around me.
Oh no, not the ass.
They think these are insults. They think that's a fucking insult.
They think these are insults. They think that, like,
yeah,
they're totally owning us right now, guys.
Of course, yeah.
Like, oh, right in my feels. Oh God, that hurts so bad. How dare you call me slightly effeminate? No.
Why would you equate butt stuff to effeminate? I guess it's like the going in thing. It's
taking in dick-shaped objects, that kind of thing. It's like I don't know. Do toys count? I mean, so I asked that in the chat, the Slack chat that we have out there. I'm like, do toys count? Because I have to say, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not embarrassed to say so. Go fuck yourself, E.M. Tun. I mean, really.
God.
Why don't you try it? You might like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'll feel a little. You'll calm down.
Next time you're in the shower, you have to calm down. Otherwise, injury is not happening.
Yeah. You guys masturbate in the shower. It's the guy thing that's done. I don't do that.
It's just easier to clean up afterwards.
Yeah, it's not that problem. It's not like that's much easier for me.
And then Ryan Palmer is another guy who left us a comment on this one. Says, bro, seems like you jerk off too much. Define too much, please.
Yeah, really. I mean, if it interferes with daily life, okay, that might be too much.
And if you're chafing,
causing injury,
chafing, repetitive stress injuries, it may be too much. But
that's a sign of something else going on. Once a day is not even too much.
No. He says, why is it so hard to
the time? My goodness. Why
is it so hard to believe that someone doesn't jack off? I I have a problem with people saying they haven't in like 29 years. That's my problem. Is like that's a big fucking lie right there. It's like, and people have brought up like,
well, that's either a lie or that is a symptom of something else.
Well, and I wouldn't even go that far because he could be just asexual and he doesn't like to pleasure himself. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know?
but the male.
Yeah, but that's not even what asexuality is.
Yeah.
Well, the male body also has a cycle, so even if he doesn't jerk it, he's gonna be orgasming.
Yeah, he's gonna have a nocturnal emission.
Yeah.
Women do that too. We just don't really have to have emissions from it, you know.
And he continues here. I remember back when the internet wasn't practical. People used to actually not play with themselves all the time now. Okay, he needs to put some fucking punctuation here because it's not working. I remember back when the internet wasn't practical, people used to actually not play with themselves all the time. Period. True. You know.
That's just not true.
Hey, I remember when the nude picture I was getting of Marina Sirtis from Star Trek The Next Generation was coming up on my modem when I was like on a bulletin board. I was like, this is going to be great as it's loading line by line. I mean, it gets to eyes and you're already just going, you know, might as well, you know.
Didn't matter. Yeah. We had magazines.
Yeah, exactly.
We had catalogs that were delivered to the house.
I don't know. Imaginations are pretty great.
We had imaginations.
Yeah, like
it's not.
I saw Titanic. There were boobs.
Exactly. Let's see. Now, NoFap has become some pinnacle, and I'm going to add of achievement here.
Which it should not be. That's
it's not a pinnacle of achievement.
In fact, it's pretty unhealthy to hold yourself to that kind of standard.
Well, it's a way of most of the groups that are doing that kind of thing are ones that want to control you.
Yeah.
And so you not allowing yourself the simple pleasure of your own company is a way of them controlling you and giving them control over yourself. It's like, it's not good for you guys, you know.
Especially for women, it's turned into a really big deal for body acceptance and positivity, self-love, self-care. Like, masturbation is something that you should be doing for yourself. It's a nice thing to do for your body, to take care of yourself. It's good for your brain. Men, it's good for your testicles, although don't worry, they'll take care of it. Yeah. Like, you know, like it's a good thing for you to do for yourself.
It's good for prostate health.
It's maintenance. It's regular maintenance. You keep things working.
Oh, and you have better sex.
Yeah, you do.
You do, because you know what you like and you know how to tell your partner what you like. Yeah.
And for the final line here, it says, majority of guys these days, which citation fucking needed, just play video games and bust nuts all over themselves all day long. Shit is sad.
Nope. Yeah, I don't.
Tell me how that's different when I was a teenager and busting nuts and playing video games all the time.
Over me. Sorry.
What's wrong with? Remember when I first started getting girlfriends? I'm like, I'm going to play some PlayStation. Hello, boobies. You know, back to PlayStation. You know. Different kind of PlayStation. Let's put it that way.
Oh, sorry. If they're going to call me a thought, I better own it.
Might as well.
So funny. So funny.
Needless to say, people here are defending just the very worst of humanity right here. You have people defending Liz Crokin. You have people defending Jesse Lee Peterson. And you have people defending fucking Matt Powell. I mean, come on. You know,
guy who needs to tug it.
You know what's funny?
Not people that deserve any kind of defense.
No. Matt Powell has moved on from us. He's got Aaron Ra's attention now. So,
aw, dang it! I was having fun with
darn,
that.
You know.
Fuck you, Matt Powell.
So I've just been getting even more rude anytime I make a video of him. I'm like, you know what, Matt Powell, fuck you. I just say it straight up to the camera. Oh, it's fun. Anyway, thanks for that, everybody. Don't send me your shitty comments. I mean, do if you're a shitty person and you want to make this list, but you know, I can tell when it's real and when it's not. I'm pretty good at figuring out what's satire and not.
Sometimes.
It
gets tricky.
Yeah, especially when it's text. God damn it, text is hard to fucking read
especially
into
when
sometimes.
they don't use punctuation properly.
Yeah.
Or they over-punctuate.
Usually when it's satire, that's usually where you see all the correct punctuation and the grammar's correct.
The capital letters, proper capital letters.
Full sentences, like just
good way.
Complete sentences that are not,
not walls of text. They actually have things divided into sentences and, proper writing.
Yeah, sentences and paragraphs and punctuation and Oxford commas. And
I'll read a long ass comment if it's actually done in paragraph form in the right way of doing it.
My God, paragraphs make everything easier.
So much easier. And I had my boss tell me the other day, a paragraph should have at least 3 sentences in it. And I just wanted to yell at him, like, no, it doesn't. No. That's old. That's old thinking.
That's an arbitrary rule. It's supposed to be a complete thought that in the sentence.
Right. And I said that to him, like, it's thought. Clear. It's not. Yeah. I was like, not really, boss.
Especially if you're using like a longer sentence, then like 2 sentences should probably be.
And he's king of run-on sentence. And I'm like, stop.
I overuse commas. I'll admit it here.
They're so fucking handy.
They are. They're a good pause.
Yeah. It's kind of like the traveling rule in the NBA. Nobody really enforces comma and like proper comma usage anymore. It's like no one's going to tell you have to take 2 dribbles or 2 steps before you dribble kind of thing. No one's going to say that kind of thing anymore. So I don't know basketball. So
1 step. You have to dribble twice between steps.
I don't know. It's stupid.
I used to play. I'm pretty sure that's the rule.
Dumb
Somebody's going to correct me.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get some comments on that. That's going to be next week's comments from trolls. Oh, you thought? How dare you talk about basketball?
You got the basketball rules wrong. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's when you kick the ball. I don't know.
Do you put your hands up like this at the end and you're like, 6 points?
Goal!
You bounced off your head.
Yeah.
Is that when they take the oblate spheroid and they throw it upon? Oh, God damn it! What was it from? It was
and then they get to home,
coming to America. He's like, oh yes, I watched the sports game this weekend. He's like, and they took the oblong ball and they kicked it between the giant upright H.
What was that?
Oh, it's Coming to America from a long ass time ago. I'm old. Anyway, that's all we got, people. See ya.